Hi guys, welcome to another episode of this series, More Leads, More Sales. I am your digital marketing pilot. Ray Jonathan is my name from Richly Rich, the home of the digital media gurus. So this series is for you out there who want to start a new business. You have a new product you want to introduce into the market, or you want to rebrand your business. These will be very insightful episodes. So just stick there as we go back to the basic. More leads, more sales. Today's episode is extremely important. Why is it important? It's because many people go wrong while they are starting. The initial phase of any project is the most important phase of that project. If you go wrong at the beginning, then the whole project goes wrong. So today we are going back to the basics. The foundation of any business, the foundation of selling. Then we will build up. For someone out there who wants to start a new business, if you're out there, you are already in business, you have a new product, you want to bring it into the market, or your current business ain't working and you're thinking of a new strategy or a rebranding strategy. Also, if you're in business and you think that your business is not working out because you got it wrong from the word go and you just want to restart afresh, this particular episode will help you. So let's dive into it. And the first thing I want to talk about is identity. Identity is the foundation. It's the most basic thing. Even when a child is born, the first thing you do is give them an identity, give them a name, similar to any business out there. Before you start your business, you have to register a business, and the registrar of company will ask you for an identity. What do you want to call you a business? So that's the most basic, an identity. Let's talk about identity and how do you give your business a name. Most people take two words and then they put them together. Others, they give a business a direct business name that is related to what they are doing. Others just find a gisty word and give their business. So what is my recommendation? My recommendation for a business name is a name that cuts across. It's not very specific to a certain business. Just take a name that cuts across, regardless of the business that you're doing or that you will choose. I remember one of my clients came to us and the business name that they had registered had the word refrigeration in it. But over the years, the business had really changed. They were not offering refrigeration services. They were also offering other kind of services, such as furniture. They were construction, building and construction, and so on and so forth. And they were getting a lot of difficult moments penetrating into the market simply because of their company name. It's linked to refrigeration and yet you're selling to me furniture. So my recommendation is, number one, select a name that is neutral, that cuts across regardless of the business that you're going to be dealing with. That name will just come in and it will suit that business. We already have a name. So what next? The next thing is get a professional to do your brand identity. What is brand identity? Brand identity starts with your logo, your colors that you select, your fonts. Just note that the fonts that you select will be used across. And then your brand identity person, or the person who does your brand identity, will also generate for you what we call a brand guideline. To most people, they just go into business blindly. I need a logo. You just go online free logo maker, you just get a logo and you are out there doing it, or you just go to your graphic designer and just tell them I need a logo, and you just kick off. No, you need to think through your brand, and the brand identity is key. Yeah, a brand identity person will put all these things into place. So if you're just rushing to anyone who does graphic design and think that they will generate your logo and you're good to go, rethink about it. Since when you're building a business, you're building a business for generations. So there must be that document that guides your brand, and that's the brand guideline. So there we have it. We have the name, we have the identity, we have the brand guideline. So what next after this? Now let's go digital. So the first thing that happens when you're going digital is, first of all, know your product and who are your target market. Who are your consumers? Who are you targeting to sell that product to? So when you're going digital, ask yourself this important question. Who is my target market? Who am I targeting? Yes, I'm selling this particular item, but who are my target market? Is it the middle class? Is it the high level class? Is it the low class? And who are willing to purchase this particular product that I have? So once you identify your target market, this will dictate which social media platforms you're going to use. Let me give you just an example, and this is where numbers don't matter. Most people say that numbers is everything, but an example where numbers do not matter is when it comes to sales or marketing. If you're targeting the wrong crowd, regardless of how many they are, then you are not going to sell. Those numbers don't matter. And that's why here at Richly Rich, we never talk about the number of followers. We are more concerned about sales than how many Facebook followers do you have, how many Instagram followers do you have, how many LinkedIn followers do you have. If you have 1 million followers and you are not selling anything, then that's the wrong kind of market. That's the wrong target market. And I always give a very simple example. For here in Kenya, we have different estates, and I know it's across the world. So if you take a Range Rover, to a slum. A slum has a very big number of people, traffic, and you have your showroom with Range Rovers in a slum. The traffic in that slum is huge. You might get 1 million people, 2 million, 5 million, but their purchase power of that Range Rover is close to zero. Basically, you will find that most people cannot afford. Actually, that whole crowd cannot afford a Range Rover. If you take the same Range Rover into an estate of a higher class, the elite of the communities, then you'll find that the traffic in such estates, it's not much, but these people have the buying power. You'll find an estate with close to 100 people, but 5 or 10 or 20 are interested in purchasing a Range Rover. So similar, just know your product, who are your target market, and which this will dictate which platforms you're going to use. Each platform, each digital platform has a totally different kind of crowd or audience. If you look at Instagram has its own kind of audience. Facebook has its own kind of audience. LinkedIn has its own kind of audience. YouTube, likewise. So knowing your target market will dictate where you're going to put more efforts in selling, or which platform you're going to use more. Now, once you have identified which platforms, the next thing is the content that goes into these platforms. The digital media content. We are talking about the flyers, the videos. We are talking about how you're going to display yourself to these people, or how you're going to display your product to these people on these platforms. And number one, this is where you engage a digital marketing consultant. And who is a digital marketing consultant or a professional? I can define a digital marketing professional being a marketer with a creative mind, not the other way around, not a creative with a marketing mind, but a marketer with a creative mind. This is where, again, people go wrong. They think that every graphic designer is a digital marketer, but I tend to differ because graphic designers will always design what you give them. But a marketer with a creative mind will be able to generate content that speaks to this audience. Otherwise, if you just give a graphic designer will give you a graphical artwork, regardless of if it's creative, if it's communicating to your target audience or not. So get a professional digital marketer who is a marketer and a creative, not the other way around. Marketing comes first, then the creativeness comes second. Remember, marketing is all about persuasion. It's all about persuasion. So if you're not able, or if your digital marketer is not able to persuade people to purchase your product or your service, then you'll just be going round in circles. And that's why at Richly Rich we have been able to help hundreds of businesses thrive or generate more leads that leads to more sales through the different digital media platforms. Why is this? It's because we recognize that a graphic designer is not a marketer. Therefore, we have all these people in-house. We have graphic designers, we have video editors, and the highest level, we have digital marketers. We have digital marketers who work hand in hand with all these creatives in order to come up with content that will generate leads, thus leading to more sales. So until next time, hope this was helpful. Ray Jonathan is my name. Remember to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to Richly Rich TV. See you in the next episode where we will be digging deeper into digital marketing and what it entails.